Breaking news, breaking news. Burnley and Leeds United are back in the big time, the Premier League. That's right, courtesy of Burnley's 2-1 win over Sheffield United. Of course, relegated last time. Burnley back in the big time this time. Sheffield United are going to have to do it the hard way. 2-1 final score. That follows on from Leeds United's 6-0 demolition job of Stoke City earlier today. Big wins on the night when it mattered, and it is done and dusted. Of course, I'll showcase you the table as we see it. Of course, it is over. Grim times for everybody else. Of course, as a Blackburn Rovers fan, it is quite a bitter pill to swallow, but they cannot be caught. Burnley and Leeds will now have to settle the final score. Who will be champions? Who will have to settle for the runners-up spoon? And of course, Sheffield United will have to do it the hard way, where they're likely to meet Sunderland along the way at some point, you would imagine. Of course, Burnley, that's right, I'm watching it right now. I'm inside, I'm bleeding, I'm dying inside, as those six-fingered banjo players will be playing Premier League football once again. Of course, it's been a tale of three clubs throughout the season. I was hoping it was going to drag on to the bitter end, to the final game of the season, but no. Leeds and Burnley will be playing Premier League. They'll be going to Old Trafford. They'll be going to the Emirates. They'll go to Anfield, of course, in their regular visit of Premier League football, of course. So, but can they break the mould or break the tradition of promoted sides being relegated? Can they change that yo-yo atmosphere or experience from these newly promoted sides? Some angry tension on the field there. Chowdhury, even the Brazilian fella in midfield, Souza, I think, very angry, being escorted away as some Burnley fans invade the pitch. It's ugly, but them six-fingered banjo players are all over the place. And very, very much happy. Scotty Parker, give him his donuts. He's done the business again. He's done it with Fulham. He's done it with Bournemouth. He's now done it with Burnley. Got in, got hired, and got him over the line. First time I'm asking, of course. So kudos to him. Burnley are back. It's been nice having them in the Championship. I think that's ultimately where they belong, to be fair. But they'll go and enjoy their time. They'll get some money. And, of course, goodness for that. Leeds as well. Daniel Farker, kudos to him. Stuck it out. Of course, failure last time around. But this time, got over the line. Again, title still on the line. But let's take a look at how they've done it in recent form. Here it is, of course. This is Leeds running, of course. 3 games left for Leeds. Is that right? That's right. Goodness gracious. Actually, not 3 games left. That's nonsense. There it is. It's confirmed on the phone. Goodness gracious me. But they'll end up the season against Bristol City. Again, title on the line. Of course, maybe they'll raise their game. Of course, they want to become champions and, of course, get the trophy. And then Plymouth to close out the season. That could be a cracking game, that, for Plymouth, Argyle. But 6-0 against Stoke. They did beat Oxford. A tricky game there. Also Preston. That's 4 wins on the bounce. And they beat Borough on the road. But a good result today at Ellen Road. And, of course, unfortunately, that match took place ahead of this one, so Leeds fans couldn't really enjoy the promotion party like Burnley fans. And Burnley fans did it today, of course. 2-1 winners over Sheffield United. Made a game of it, though. 1-1 was at one point before Burnley took the lead. Again, Brownhill from the penalty spot, controversially perhaps, to give away the penalty. But prior to that, big wins over Watford, of course, Norwich as well. They've had a phenomenal airtight defence for the good part of the season. But haven't really been tested to a serious point in a long, long time. They did get embarrassed by Preston in the Cup, but that's enough for another day. The last defeat in the league, struggling to find it. Of course, there was that one there, which doesn't really count, you know what I mean. But the last defeat, where was it? When was it? Bloody have to go way back. I don't even know. Probably at the start of the season. It's been a long, long time. I'm struggling. It's embarrassing me that I can't find a defeat. Sunderland at the Stadium Light back in August. Is that right? Let's have a look at the table there. They've lost twice all season long. Leeds losing 4 times, of course. But they'll be back in the big time, of course. Are you happy that they're back? Are you happy they're out of the division? Does it make it a weaker division next season? We already know Southampton are there. Leicester confirmed. I think they're, of course, going to be one of the favourites to bounce back. And we already know Birmingham coming back. So already we know that the Championship is shaping up to be a stellar division next season. But it has been weakened by the loss of Leeds United. But it has been freshened up because them six-fingered freakazoids, sister lovers, are gone. And let's hopefully they get embarrassed and break Derby County's abysmal record as well. Anyway, breaking news coming at you, hot off the press. Burnley, Leeds promoted. That's right. Commiserations to Sheffield United. But again, they got to do it the hard way. And they'll end the season at Bramall Lane against Rovers to see what's left in the tank. Take it easy, Bramall Lane, folks. Of course, we want Rovers to win. But until then, subscribe, smash like, catch you later. We are done.